So good morning everyone. Today I am going to solve the system of linear equation using Gauss-Seidel method, and for this I have considered three equations. Equation 1 is 6x plus y plus z is equal to 20. Equation 2 is x plus 4y minus z is equal to 6, and equation 3 is x minus y plus 5z is equal to 7. So from equation 1 we can find the value of x is equal to 20 minus y minus z divided by 6, and from equation 2 we will get y is equal to 6 minus x plus z divided by 4, and from equation 3 we will get z is equal to 7 minus x plus y divided by 5. So these three equations we will use to find the solution of system of linear equation. So in Gauss-Seidel method we need some initial guess to calculate the values of x, y and z. So let us assume that our initial guess is 0, y is equal to 0 and z is equal to 0. You can choose any value of x, y and z as an initial guess. So for first iteration, x we know that 20 minus y minus z by 6, and we have only available values of y and z are 0. So x is nothing but equal to 20 minus 0 minus 0 divide 6, and this will be equal to 3.333. Okay, now y will be given by 6 minus x plus z by 4, and 6 minus, what is the latest value of x available to us is 3.333, and the value of z is 0 divided by 4. So let us use the calculator. 6 minus 3.333 divided by 4. So the value of y comes out to be 0.667. We are writing up to the 3 decimal places for the time being. 0.667. Okay, now z is given by 7 minus x plus y divided by 5. So the value of x and y available to us are latest value 3.333, 0.667. So 7 minus 3.333 plus 0.667 and divide by 5. So let us open our calculator. 7 minus 3.333 plus 0.667, and now divide by 5. So this will give me 0.867 up to 3 decimal places. So every time when we go for an iteration, we will use the most latest values to calculate the values of x, y and z. For example, in second iteration, if I want to calculate the values of x, so we will use the most latest value of y and z in this equation, and I have 0.667 and 0.867 as the most latest value. So if I use this, I will get x is equal to 20 minus 0.667 minus 0.867 and then divide by 6, and this will give me, let us use our calculator, but I am getting 20 minus 0.667 minus 0.867, and now I will divide it by 6. So 3.077. So similarly, if now I want to calculate the value of y, 6 minus, I will use 3.077, which is the latest value of x available to me, and z, which is nothing but 0.867. I will get the latest value of y. Now I have the latest value of x and y, and these latest values of x and y will be used to calculate the latest value of z. So this will complete the second iteration. Now we will keep on doing the iterations until we get the values of x, y and z up to desired accuracy, or the result will converge. So how we will set our accuracy? The condition for accuracy is x I plus 1, where I plus 1 is the current value, minus x of I, which is the previous value, less than accuracy. This is the condition for x. Now similarly for y, I plus 1 minus y of I, less than accuracy, and similarly for z, the condition is I plus 1 minus z of I, less than accuracy, and we can set accuracy any value. So I am setting 10 to the power minus 4, and when these three conditions true at the same time, we can say that the result is converging and this is the desired solution. Now let us do this with the help of Scilab. So first of all, we need the initial guess, and we will use array to store the values. Store the values of x, y and z after each iteration. So we will store the initial guess as the first element of each array. So x is equal to 1, 0, x, y of 1 is equal to 0, and z of 1 equal to 0. So first element of x, y and z will contain the initial guess. Now we will run a for loop for the iteration, and I will choose 1000 iteration. Okay. Now the next value of x will be stored in x of 2, so we will use x of I plus 1. So as soon as the loop starts, I is equal to 1, we will get x of 2 by putting x is equal to I is equal to 1. Now our equation is, for x is 20 minus y minus z divided by 6. 20 minus y minus y minus z divided by 6. Now since we have to use the previous value here, the most latest previous value available to us, so we will use I. So as soon as when the loop runs first time, we will get x of 2, 20 minus y of 1 minus z of 1. So for the first iteration, we are using the initial guess, but for the second iteration, I will be 2, x of 3, 20 minus y of 2, z of 2. So we will use the values obtained in first iteration. So the value obtained in the first iteration will be stored in x of 2, y of 2 and z of 2. So the equations for y is 6 minus x plus z by 4. 6 minus x plus z by 4. Now here the most latest value available to us is stored in I plus 1. So we will use I plus 1, and the most latest value available to us is stored in z of I, the previous value. Now z of I plus 1. So when we calculate the latest value of z, we will use this equation. We have calculated 7 minus x plus y divided by 5. So 7 minus x plus y divided by 5. What are the most latest values available to us? We can see we have calculated x of I plus 1 and y of I plus 1 in the previous test, and these are the values latest values available to us. So we will use in our formula these values I plus 1. So we have calculated the values of x, y and z for ith iteration. Now I want to check whether after which iteration the values are converging, or after which iteration I am getting the desired result. As soon as I get the desired result, I will come out of the loop and display the results, and we don't need to run the loop up to 1000 times. So the condition is, we have written here, these are the three conditions: x of I plus 1 minus x of I less than accuracy, and similarly for y and z. These three conditions must be true simultaneously. So we will write these three conditions in the for loop, or in the if statement of the for loop, and separate these statements with the AND operator. So if command, bracket start, again bracket start, x of I plus 1, the current value, minus x of I, the value obtained in the previous iteration, bracket close, then less than accuracy. So what is accuracy? We have not set the accuracy so far. So we will set the accuracy. Suppose accuracy is 10 to the power minus 4. So 1e minus 4. This will set accuracy equal to 10 to the power minus 4. Now AND operator, and I will write now the condition for y and z also. So y, and similarly for z. And now when these three conditions true, it will display the value of x, the solution, the value of x, the value of y, and the value of z. These three values of x, y, and these values of x, y, and z are the solution of the system of linear equations obtained using Gauss-Seidel. Now I also want to display the number of iterations after which we are getting the desired result. So once we display the x, y and z, the solution of the system of linear equation, and the number of iterations, I want the program will stop. So I will use the break command. The program will come out of the loop and it will stop. Okay. So after before the starting of the code, we will use these two commands, CLC and clear. So CLC will clear the console so that we can observe our output of the program more clearly, and the clear command will clear the memory of the Scilab so that we can get the desired result without any error because of the previously stored data. Now let us run the code and see what is the output. So we can see the output is, the value of x is 3, the value of y is 0.4 times 9, 898, and the value of z is 5 times 9, 52. And in order to get this result up to the accuracy of 10 to the power minus 4, we need only 7 iterations. Although I have run the loop up to 1000 iterations, but with the help of break command, it will come out of the loop as soon as we get the desired result. So let us try to increase the accuracy. Suppose 10 to the power minus 10, and again we run the loop. Let's see what is happening, what we are getting the result. We can see 311, most accurate result, and we need only 15 iterations. So Gauss-Seidel can give up to 10 decimal places accurate result in just 15 iterations. So we can see here we are using the initial values, initial guess of x, y and z 0, 0, 0. We can use random number generator to choose the initial guess randomly. So random number generator will choose the values between 0 and 1 randomly for x, y and z, and let us again run the code. So again 15 iterations will give the result 3, 1 and 1. Now here I am choosing the values between 0 and 1. Now let us choose the value between 1 and 2. So just adding 1 with random number command will choose the values of x, y and z initial guess between 1 and 2. So again I have run the code and let's see what is happening. We are again getting the same result. So Gauss-Seidel method is giving the desired result in 15 iterations independent of the choice of the initial guess. So I keep on adding the video lectures based on Scilab, and if you need any help in Scilab or any video lecture on any numerical problem based on Scilab, you can just write your comment in the comment box, and I will definitely upload the video. Please like, share and subscribe my channel.